Ripple is preparing to take the lead. Alright, folks, let's dive straight into today's video. Gentlemen and women, this channel's accuracy is astounding. Once again, welcome to another video. I'm not trying to upstage myself, but these are the dates I've suggested for something to occur. Regardless of the duration of our coverage, you are aware that I am providing you with the information and you are returning to bolster it. I'm delving more, and today everything is starting to make sense. We'll cover a lot of ground today. I want to be here for every second of it. Much news is emerging as the ripples continue. Peaks for Ripple payments are reached. It was released today. According to what was discussed above, businesses have continued to look for contemporary solutions to close these gaps where traditional payment systems have failed. Over 80% of global finance experts predict that they will use digital assets in their company within the next 3 years. Pay attention to this section to see how rapidly 3 years might fly by. The blockchain and virtual money applications offer a way to significantly enhance the deficiencies set by Peter Jensen, CEO of Rocket Fuel. Compared to the legacy financial system, we can service our consumers worldwide much more effectively thanks to Ripple payment support for our products. Folks, what he says here is kind of wake up and stop being foolish. We haven't seen it yet. In this day and age where we must complete tasks promptly, technology brings new levels of efficiency. Yes, it's similar to how, looking back, when we first launched the internet, it was just a technology that lets us accomplish a lot of things much more affordably and effectively. As we can see, it did, in fact, increase. Our productivity has increased across a wide range of domains, and blockchain and cryptocurrency technologies are essentially faster. It is more safe. For you, it's more effective. Remove the visible intermediates. Lyft and Uber, for instance, were once more they employ technology to greatly increase the efficiency of an already existing business process, and this is also the case here. The banking sector will undergo a significant transformation, and winners and losers will be determined. Be winners and losers, and you can observe how he interacts with the internet. I have previously stated as much. We have never seen an asset driven by utility. Go all out, which is why having between 20 trillion and 10 trillion XRP's market capitalization is zero due to the value that is being shifted in the chain market cap is what you need to be observing, and it implies absolutely nothing, and pay attention to Elon Musk's remarks. Even claims that if you polled people, Elon Musk would have said the same thing. What are the chances that a man would arrive on the moon in 1900? They would have laughed at it. Additionally, attempt to discuss the internet with them if you do speak. Would have no idea what the devil what exactly are you discussing. I know it sounds absurd, but these days you can video chat with anyone in the world, even if they live on the opposite side of the planet, for just $100 if you have access to Wi-Fi. Just you as instant visual contact with anyone, or even with millions of people you know, is essentially free. You can converse with millions of people at once via social media. 3.37 per XRP, it occurred without cause. Not useful, and the change we're making is the same. Presently, but it takes a while for the banking system. Past due and back in 2018 when XRP hit these 337 levels. Since there was no basis for this, you can pretty much be assured that 337 will be reached. However, it will be a huge jump that will exceed $337. Check out Brock's video. Brad Garlinghouse is still unsure whether Ethereum is a security. Whoa. Garlinghouse residents, there is no stopping this. The law is simply on our side. Train, you'll fight through this and ride it out. There's no possibility that you would settle in any way with the court until the SEC appeals conclude. However, it's a slightly different matter. It is similar to how our outcome resembles the reason you sued me. As though it were obvious, I had to consciously, we are aware that XRP was a security measure, and we moved hastily to cut off communication. There was no chance, but people in the law know more about this than I do. They were going to prevail since I've had meetings with you and the central banks. Identify the regulator, and it works somewhat like yes, no issue, please convene. Discussion, we discuss what Ripple is doing, our opinions on the cryptocurrency market, and the fact that there are no issues in the US. It's like, the rules are clear, but we still don't know the answer to the question of whether Ether security Henman said he thought Ether wasn't a security. The State Attorney General of New York said in a court filing last month that Ether is a security. He didn't talk to anyone about this. I understand that you have stated time and time again that you will only talk to those who have purchased 1 Bitcoin. Therefore, I am requesting that you talk to investors in the second largest market capitalization in this instance, which is L. There are between 10,000 and 12,000 tokens available. Additionally, I would like to know if the public is expecting to make money on these tokens. Considering that I'm posing a particular query to you, Ginsler Share, as I mentioned, you shouldn't be surprised by this. I would like to know if this is a commodity or a security, but we are unable to determine whether it is a security because it depends on the specific legal facts. If a group of IND members is present, I would like to inquire about the facts, the legislation, and the decision you are making. Accordingly, Mr. Chair, I believe that I'm asking you a very straightforward question regarding the second largest digital asset. Your opinion and mine both seem to be that if there's a group of people in the middle that the public is, then let me just ask a second. Yes, that's something. The chair hasn't been built yet, but ask him again today. Perhaps I'll find him somewhere behind the curtain. I will inform you as well as Michael Barr. Simply say what I said again. In the video from yesterday, we discussed trust, and how I've been discussing how this channel has discussed it since its founding. The videos were nowhere to be found, but tweets of me seeing them back were. Please be aware that in 2022, a network of trust will be necessary. Ripple and its native digital last XRP have been working on this for the past 10 years, so please be prepared. According to Michael Barr, we must ensure that the payment architecture includes the appropriate privacy protections so that users can feel confident utilizing the system, as user trust is crucial. If you don't trust that you can make a payment, you can't use any payment system at all. The technologies you're employing to comprehend the fundamental strategy and the collaborations for XRP, 1,300 more passageways are on the way. I probably butchered that listen to this, but Onafraid has the largest mobile money movement. Ripple works with ONA to provide a digital asset that enables cross-border payments between Africa and the rest of the globe. Holy **, you are still going strong. Trace throughout Africa. During a period when mobile money has revolutionized access to financial services across the continent and is a significant driver of financial inclusion, FinTech Payment Hub operates across more than 1,300 payment corridors and connects 500 million mobile wallets in 40 African countries. The biggest news is that HSBC will launch digital payments, and Ripple and XRP will use these payment corridors. We got it right. Citi, Ripple, and HSBC are collaborating. The bank will collaborate with MAO to provide asset safekeeping for tokenized securities on new services. Last year, Citi and MAO partnered to build institutional digital asset custody capabilities, and guess what? What is this Ripple Bod Madu crowd up to? What about more people? I even have a ton of various dog connecting avenues that we use. We even tied on this channel. Cupta, named since this was published 2 months ago. I have explained why HSBC Citi's head of global payments, a former executive from Citibank, is employed by Ripple. Now that both banks are collaborating directly with Ripple, all of the crucial information we discussed is starting to come to pass. I'm in utter awe of everything today, people. Please take a short moment to relax. A lot is going on behind the scenes, and Monica Long is one of the people who will be richly rewarded. HSBC Medical is utilizing XRP at this time, but US banks are not. We haven't seen anything. Image and US banks haven't even started utilizing XRP yet. As you can see from what Brock Garlinghouse mentioned, we have US banks as clients. I've spoken with them, even in light of the SEC case. You should be fine after the SEC lawsuit, in my opinion. Wonderful that we can finally own a product. Known as XRP based on demand liquidity, so I approach those banks and ask, should we talk about that? Look, even though you won, they say. The argument goes that the US government and OCC remain antagonistic toward cryptocurrencies, and that US banks will not participate significantly in the space until these attitudes shift. They simply aren't prepared to use it because there isn't enough regulatory clarity. We haven't seen anything about the price of this sector, which is expected to reach over $100 trillion. However, as early adopters, we don't need to worry about everyone being financially secure when the market as a whole reaches $5 trillion, $10 trillion, or $15 trillion. The majority of us, however, probably won't even be interested in cryptocurrency when it reaches $20 trillion or $25 trillion. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, I truly appreciate every one of you. Please let me know what you think in the comments section below. $30 USDT for free, no deposit is needed. Listen, and if you use my referral link, please sign up for BingX using the link in the explanation below. A $30 welcome will be given to you guys. The first question I posed to the people there was whether we could offer my audience something where they wouldn't have to deposit anything. A bonus that would be deposited within 72 hours and no deposit would be required. May simply receive something, and if this is something they are interested in trading, see if they can move forward with it. And I do currently have an open trade. Captured the bottom flawlessly, and to be honest, I was just as crazy as you guys. Could view it right here, but if anyone is curious, link in the description below. I'll be conducting some live trading. As previously stated, no deposit is required. If you guys exchange, $30 can go a long way. When I initially started trading, it was correct. I used to do what you know years ago. Only 20 to 30 using 10 leverage instead of 20. Even at 35.50 leverage, I was a little bit riskier, but if you make the correct deal, $30 gets you to 100. If you make the right move, you go to 200. From there, you just start scaling your trades up to $30. Welcome bonus, no deposit required, and any earnings you make from those 30 you might take some cash out and decide if this is something you want to pursue. Having said that, please share your thoughts with me in the section below. In today's video, a great deal of information concerning many of the subjects we discussed will become actual, and $100 XRP will be attained. We began creating waves with the idea that cryptocurrency liquidity will someday be able to support strong global payments, and we'll be back with another outro film. Large sums paid when the market was sufficiently established. Users would be able to convert from Ripple to ODL, and that's precisely what's happening. Flip the switch. I guess what we're building it is undoubtedly resolving an actual issue, and I believe that each token represents my advice. If the genuine value is being supplied to a real consumer and there is actual utility, then the token will have a value that anyone may understand.